Every marina in America has at least one owner who paid twice what their boat is worth and calls it quality. Some of these brands have built entire business models around your fear of buying the wrong name and counting on you never comparing the hulls side by side. Today, we are exposing 5 brands robbing boat buyers blind and revealing 5 that actually deliver every dollar they charge for. Let's start with the boat brands robbing you blind. Number 1. Mastercraft. Mastercraft has turned the wake surf boom into the most efficient wallet extraction machine on the water, and the entire operation runs on your willingness to believe that a bigger ballast number justifies a 6-figure price tag. The XT and XT lines arrive every model year with marginally reshaped hulls and a new trim package, while the price climbs another $8,000 to $12,000 for wake quality that independent surf testing consistently rates as indistinguishable from the previous generation once the boat is actually loaded and running. The brand's tower speakers, integrated ballast systems, and surf profiles are genuine engineering, built by people who clearly understand water displacement. The problem is that Malibu and Supra deliver equivalent wake shape and equivalent ballast capacity at $15,000 to $20,000 less per comparable model, a gap that Mastercraft's dealer network works hard to keep you from ever putting side by side on the same lake. A Mastercraft purchased at launch pricing depreciates 25 to 30% in the first 2 years, which tells you exactly what the resale market thinks the badge is actually worth once the new boat smell wears off. Number 2. Sea Ray. Sea Ray built its reputation on being the safe, recognizable choice for a first-time buyer walking onto a lot with no boating knowledge, and Brunswick Corporation has spent decades pricing that recognition rather than the fiberglass underneath it. The SLX and Sundancer lines carry a $20,000 to $30,000 premium over Chaparral and Regal boats built to comparable length, horsepower, and hull specifications, a gap that exists almost entirely because Sea Ray's name is the one most non-boaters have heard of. Independent hull surveys and owner forums consistently report the same fit and finish issues across model years, gel coat crazing, hardware corrosion, and interior materials that age faster than the price tag implies they should. Sea Ray's marketing budget buys the boat show presence and the celebrity-adjacent lifestyle photography that makes the premium feel earned before you have ever compared it against a Chaparral running the identical Mercruiser package for thousands less. You are paying for recognition, not for a hull that performs or holds up better than the alternative sitting 3 slips down. Number 3. Boston Whaler. Boston Whaler's unsinkable hull technology from the 1960s was a genuine breakthrough, and the brand has spent every year since charging a premium for an innovation that every serious competitor has since matched with foam cord and multi-hull construction of their own. The Outrage and Montauk lines command $15,000 to $25,000 more than Grady White and Sea Hunt boats, delivering equivalent ride quality, storage, and rough water handling in independent sea trials. The unsinkable marketing claim that built the brand 60 years ago is now table stakes across the industry, not a differentiator. Yet, Boston Whaler prices every new release as though the innovation is still exclusive to them. Owners are genuinely paying for a name their father's generation trusted, a brand loyalty premium that decades of boating history have made feel non-negotiable long after the underlying safety advantage stopped being unique. The hull is good. It has not been meaningfully better than the competition for 15 years, and the price has never reflected that. Now, before we continue, if you're tired of overpaying at the dealership, this is exactly the kind of thing we break down every week on this channel. Real numbers, real hull comparisons, and the pricing tricks dealers hope you never notice. If that's useful to you, subscribe now so the next breakdown actually lands in front of you instead of getting buried by the algorithm. I used to hand over $40,000 more than I needed to on a boat that performed worse than the one I run now, and this channel exists, so that doesn't happen to you. Alright, let's keep going. Number 4. Malibu Boats. Malibu built genuine credibility as the wake surf innovator, and that credibility is now being cashed in at a rate the actual engineering improvements no longer support. The Wakesetter line resets to full premium pricing every model year with incremental hull and ballast changes that independent wake testing rates as marginal outside a controlled tournament setting. A Wakesetter purchased at launch costs $130,000 to $150,000. The identical hull, 1 model year old, sells for $30,000 to $40,000 less on the used market, and the wake behind it has not changed. Malibu's Surfgate technology was a legitimate breakthrough when it launched. It is now standard-tier technology matched by Axis, Supra, and Mastercraft at every comparable price point, which means the premium Malibu still charges reflects the year they were first to market rather than any advantage that exists on the water today. Smart buyers wait one model year and buy the identical boat for a third less while the marketing cycle resets around them. Number 5. Chris Craft. Chris Craft is selling nostalgia at a price point that has stopped bearing any relationship to what the boat underneath actually does. The Launch and Catalina lines command $40,000 to $60,000, more than Cobalt and Regal boats delivering equivalent horsepower, hull performance, and build quality. A premium that exists because the Chris Craft name carries 90 years of heritage that the current ownership group has never stopped monetizing. The mahogany-look accents and retro styling cues are genuinely beautiful and genuinely irrelevant to how the boat rides, how it holds resale value, or how the engine performs in year 6. Independent surveys show Chris Craft's modern fiberglass builds depreciate at rates comparable to mainstream brands charging half as much, which means the heritage premium simply evaporates the moment you try to sell. You are paying for a badge your grandfather recognized. The hull is not built to a standard that justifies what that recognition costs you today. 5 brands exposed for exploiting exactly the kind of buyer who trusts a name more than a sea trial. Now, here are 5 that have genuinely earned every dollar they charge. Let's get into the brands actually worth your money. Number 1. Yamaha. Yamaha's jet drive boats are worth every penny because the brand solved the single biggest headache in boat ownership, drivetrain maintenance, and priced the solution honestly instead of burying it in a premium tier. The 190 and 210 series deliver a stern drive-free hull with no exposed prop, no lower unit to service, and dramatically lower long-term maintenance costs, landing $10,000 to $15,000 below comparable stern drive boats from Sea Ray and Chaparral. Resale values hold at 65 to 70% because the market has caught on to what the jet drive engineering actually saves an owner over a decade of ownership. Yamaha does not need a new hull shape every model year because the underlying engineering does not require an artificial refresh to stay competitive. Every dollar of the price tag reflects genuine mechanical simplicity, not marketing infrastructure built to make last year's boat feel obsolete. Number 2. Ranger Boats. Ranger is worth every penny because the brand has spent 5 decades building fishing boats around what actually catches fish and holds up to salt, sand, and daily use, rather than around what photographs well at a boat show. The Z Series and VS Series deliver hand-laid fiberglass construction and a lifetime hull warranty at prices running $10,000 to $20,000. Below Skeeter and Nitro boats, offering comparable rigging and horsepower. Tournament anglers stay loyal to Ranger for decades without sponsorship pressure because the hull continues to outperform the alternatives in the conditions that actually determine whether you catch fish. That is the rarest kind of endorsement in this industry, one nobody is being paid for. Number 3. Sea Hunt. Sea Hunt is worth every penny because the brand delivers genuinely serious offshore capability without charging you for a name recognized outside the fishing community. The Gamefish and Ultra lines match Grady White and Boston Whaler in independent rough water sea trials while pricing $20,000 to $30,000 below comparable length and horsepower. The unibody composite construction eliminates the wood core rot issues that plague cheaper competitors, delivering a genuine durability advantage that has nothing to do with brand prestige and everything to do with how the hull is actually built. Number 4. Lund. Lund is worth every penny because 90 years of welded aluminum construction in Minnesota has produced a hull that survives conditions. Fiberglass boats at the same price point simply cannot handle. The Tyee and Pro V lines deliver a lifetime hull warranty and resale values that consistently outperform comparable fiberglass boats by 15 to 20% after 5 years, because buyers in the used market know exactly what a Lund hull is still capable of. The brand does not chase styling trends because the welded aluminum construction does not need a marketing refresh to remain the right boat for rough northern water. Number 5. Bayliner. Bayliner closes this list as the most consistently underrated brand in boating, delivering genuine entry-level value without the premium that brand insecurity typically demands. The VR and Element lines put a family on the water with a reliable Mercruiser or outboard package at $15,000 to $25,000 below Sea Ray and Chaparral for comparable specifications. The fit and finish will not fool anyone into thinking they bought a luxury boat, and it was never supposed to. What Bayliner delivers is an honest boat at an honest price for the buyer who wants time on the water, not a name to defend at the marina. 5 brands taking your money without earning it. 5 brands delivering every dollar of value they charge for. The robbery happens every time you buy a name instead of a hull. Your money deserves better than that. Drop the brand you think belongs on the robbery list in the comments below. See you in the next one.